to another episode of Hey Miss Kim. I'm Miss Kim, and today we are going to be exploring the outdoors and things that you can find in the outdoors. So are you ready to join this adventure with me? Yes? Well, come on for the fun! Oh, you found me! Friends, I'm so glad you made it back outside with me because today we are going to explore all the things outdoors. Things may look a little different during the winter time. We don't see as many animals, our trees look a little bare, and we might find more treasures and gems in nature. So, are you ready to explore with me? Are you ready to have some fun? Well, come along and let's go on this adventure together. Wow, what an outside adventure! We saw so many things. Did you have a good time? I know I did, and I want to show you all the things that I found. There were brown leaves of all sorts of sizes and shapes. I even found some green leaves, even though a lot of our leaves are not that green anymore, but I found this special one. Here is a stick that I found. I'm not quite sure what these things are on top of it, but it just looked really cool, so I had to get it. I also found some acorns, which my squirrel friends love to eat and store up during the winter time. And I found so many different sizes of rocks. Here's a big rock that's smooth, it has curves. And then here's another tiny one, and it's a little rough. But they were all super cool, and I found these things all in nature during the winter. Check out some of the things my friends found while they were outside too.
I poked a hole in this leaf and I put it on the stick and I closed, I found the stick in there.
Wow, did you see those amazing things that my friends found outside? Really cool. Did you happen to notice the animals at the end of our exploring? Well, in the wintertime, many animals go for a very long sleep. Do you know what that's called?
Hibernation!
Yes, it's called hibernation. So for our next activity, we're going to read a book that talks all about animals and what animals hibernate. All right, so get cozy and join me for a book.
We love to read!
Time to Sleep by Denise Fleming. Bear sniffed once. She sniffed twice. I smell winter in the air, said Bear. It is time to crawl into my cave and sleep. But first, I must tell Snail. Snail was slowly slithering up one leaf and down another. Snail, rumbled Bear, winter is in the air. It's time to seal your shell and sleep. Snail stopped slithering. You are right, Bear, said Snail. This morning there was frost on the grass. It is time to sleep. But first, I must tell Skunk. Scratch, scratch, scratch. Skunk was busy digging grubs. Skunk, winter is on its way, said Snail. It is time for you to curl up in your den and sleep. Skunk looked up. The leaves on the trees were yellow and red. All right, said Skunk. I will sleep. But first, I must tell Turtle. Turtle was off on a ramble. Stop, Turtle, cried Skunk. I have news. Winter is on its way. Turtle blinked. Winter? Yes, winter, said Skunk. It is time for you to dig down deep and sleep. The days have been growing shorter, muttered Turtle. It is time to sleep. But first I must tell Woodchuck. Turtle drudged up Woodchuck's hill. Woodchuck, called Turtle, winter is on its way. It's time for you to burrow down and sleep. Thank goodness, said Woodchuck with a sigh. My skin is so tight I cannot eat another bite. I am ready to sleep. But first I must tell Ladybug. Ladybug was perched high on a branch in a maple tree. Ladybug, called Woodchuck, winter is on its way. Ladybug flew over Woodchuck's head. The leaves are falling from the trees, said Woodchuck. It is time for you to slip under a log and sleep. All right, said Ladybug. But first I must tell Bear. Bear was softly snoring in her cave. Bear! cried Ladybug. Wake up, wake up! Bear grumbled and rolled over. The sky is full of geese honking goodbye, cried Ladybug. Winter is on its way, Bear. Bear opened one eye, then she opened the other eye. What? Growled Bear. It is time to crawl into your cave and sleep, said Ladybug. Ladybug, grumbled Bear. I am in my cave. I was asleep. Oh dear, said Ladybug. I am so sorry, Bear. Please go back to sleep. Bear rolled over and closed her eyes. Ladybug slipped under a log nearby. Good night, Bug, said Bear. Good night, Bear, said Ladybug. Good night, Woodchuck. Good night, Turtle. Good night, Skunk. Good night, Snail. Good night, everyone. See you in the spring. The end.
Did you enjoy that book? Yes? I never knew that a ladybug went into hibernation during the winter. What other animals do you know that hibernate in the wintertime? Wow, you guys really know your stuff. There's so many different animals that hibernate during the winter time. I can't wait to see what happens when they come back out in the spring. But for now, join me for our next activity.
It's time for crafts.
Do you remember last week when I said I was doing something new? Well, it was watching birds in my backyard. So for this week's Arts and Crafts project,
we are going to make our very own backyard bird feeder. Here's what you're gonna need. You're gonna need peanut butter, some sticks, a hole puncher, a spoon, bird seeds of course, toilet paper rolls, and some string. Let's get started. All right, to start making your toilet paper roll bird feeder, you're first going to take your hole puncher and punch 2 holes in one side of the toilet paper roll, and you're going to do another one on the other side and make sure that they're evenly across from each other. This will be used to tie the string for hanging. Once you do that, you're going to turn it over on the other side. Then you're gonna punch 4 holes into the opposite end of the toilet paper roll. And make sure these are aligned evenly too. So you do one here, one on the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4. Try to put one set a little higher than the other so the sticks can be pushed through without any issue. Once you have your holes, you're gonna insert the 2 sticks into each hole, going in one side and out on the other. Just like this. Don't worry if they're a little loose. You can later tape them or glue them down. Alright, your 2 sticks should be crossing each other like an intersection. And they should stick out enough so that birds will be able to perch on either side. Next, holding the lower part of the feeder below the sticks, you're gonna spread a light layer of peanut butter on the upper part of the toilet paper roll, and then you're gonna cover it in bird seed. I'll show you what that looks like. And if you're allergic to peanut butter, you can also use something like cookie butter or some butter. Careful not to cover your holes at the top.
Okay, for this next step, you can take your sticks back out if it makes it a little easier. But now, you're going to press or roll your bird seed onto your feeder. I'm gonna take mine out of the bag and roll it on. Just like so. This is actually pretty cool, but it's not that good. Alright, once you finish, slide those sticks back on in there. Okay, once you have your seeds on there, you're gonna take your piece of string and you can cut it to whatever length you want it to. So you're gonna tie your string to the top of your bird feeder through the 2 holes that you cut in step 1. Now you're ready to hang your homemade bird feeder. Now that your backyard bird feeder is complete, you can hang it up and see what birds come to visit you. If you make your backyard bird feeder, make sure to send it to me at heymisskim1@gmail.com so that I can post a picture of it.
And now a minute for our parents.
Hi parents! We made it to another season. Now with another season comes a new vision. So I encourage you to set some time aside for yourself. You can do it with your friends, or you can even use it as an activity with your kids to make a vision board. We have all these things that we think about for the new year and what we want to do, but a vision is not a vision without a plan in place. So grab some paper, grab some magazines, some scissors, and some glue, and get to work with what your vision is for this next season in your life. I'll tell you a few of mine. I want to save more, quit worrying so much, be joyful, stay healthy, eat new foods, travel more, and be warm and welcoming. So again, I encourage you to use this time to create the vision that you have for you and your family. And that's A Minute with Parents. Wow, that was an amazing show, friends. We learned and we saw so many outdoor things during the winter time. We made a bird feeder, we read a story about animals that hibernate, and we even collected items from the outside. So, this week, I encourage you to get outside, get some fresh air, explore the outdoors, and I'll see you next week on Hey Miss Kim.